We'll be happy to take you at this time.
Would you like to call the meeting?
Yes, let's call roll, and for the both for the Housing Authority, the Redevelopment Agency, and for the city. Let's take roll for the city, please.
Council members Najarian. Here. Quintero.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Yusefian.
Here.
Mayor Draymond.
Here.
Agency members Draymond.
Here.
Quintero.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Yusefian.
Here.
Chairman Najarian.
Here. Housing.
Authority members Draymond.
Here.
Mincy.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Parazian.
Here.
Quintero.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Chairman Yusefian.
Here.
Okay, thank you very much. Nancy Kent, please.
Okay, my name is Nancy Kent, resident of Glendale. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I was disgusted by the Supreme Court Kelo decision that approved using eminent domain to take property from one owner and give it to another private owner. That should not be done with either residential or commercial property. Eminent domain abuse should be stopped, but Proposition 98 is written too broadly. It ends rent control. People who support rent control will vote no on Prop 98, but those who do not like rent control should be aware of what else Prop 98 will do. The official voter information guide has a section about Prop 98 titled Other Government Laws and Programs, which says, the measure appears to limit government's authority to impose restrictions on the ownership, occupancy, or use of property if the restrictions were imposed in order to transfer an economic benefit from one property owner to other private persons. The range of government laws and programs that would be affected by these provisions is not clear and would be determined by the courts. That's the official voter guide. The Sierra Club is very much against Prop 98, and it goes on about the same line of thinking. Prop 98, no, this is the Sierra Club newsletter in Southern California. Prop 98 would allow a property owner to sue to obtain compensation for and or to invalidate regulation that imposes costs on the owner, regardless of whether the regulated activity is a nuisance, a threat to public health or safety, or harmful to the environment, if the regulation would provide economic benefit to one or more persons. Since nearly all regulation provides an economic benefit to some private person, most regulation of property would be put at risk. Ordinary zoning rules, such as restrictions on development of polluting industry or adult businesses, clearly provide economic benefits to area residents, and so would be put in jeopardy. If Prop 98 passes, will the City Council be able to downzone property or pass something like a view protection ordinance? The official voter guide pamphlet says the range of government laws and programs that would be affected by these provisions is not clear and would be determined by the courts. I hope people vote no on 98 and yes on 99, so we do not need to find out all the consequences of Prop 98. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kent. Herbert Milano.
Mayor Draymond, members of the City Council, my name is Herbert Milano. Too often we find that the ability of the public to come forth and be able to select from these initiatives and make the right decision becomes convoluted. The situation with Proposition 98 and 99 is exactly that type of initiative. It's convoluted. We have two major issues to contend with, and the major issue has to do with eminent domain. In my opinion, too many cities have taken eminent domain to the extreme, taking property away from private parties and moved it over through the city's ordinances and actions of the redevelopment, for example, and given it to somebody else. That in itself is an issue. It should never have been combined with other issues having to do with rent control. Proposition 99 is basically the League of Cities attempt to water it down in such a way that it will never come up again. So for anyone who is interested in basically voting, they should be voting no on both of them, on 98 and on 99. And for other individuals who still don't know how to vote, the best way is don't vote if you don't know. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Milano. That was the last, yes, Mr. City Attorney, that was the last speaker.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, to add to Mr. Lansafame's treasure trove of written documentation involving this, there was an excellent publication that I found last Friday. It just came out this month. It's from the California Center for Environmental Law and Policy. It's a comparative analysis of Propositions 98 and 99, published by the University of Berkeley Law Center, and it's actually, and quoting from them, it's an attempt to have a neutral comparison of both them and comparing it to Proposition 37, which did pass in Oregon, and the consequences from that. So it's actually an excellent read. It's only about 34 pages, and I'll make a copy of that available to Mr. Lansfame as well. So any member of the public who would like that can have that as well.
All right, I thank you very much for that. We have no other speaker cards.
We adjourn for City Council.
Second.
Will we adjourn for the Redevelopment Agency?
Second.
All right.
Will we adjourn for the Housing? Second.
We're adjourned.
We are adjourned.